The Labour Party will elect a new leader in April, ending nearly 5 years with Jeremy Corbyn at the helm. A YouGov poll of party members found just 29% of Labour members are proud of the nation's past compared to 53% of the general public according to the Mail on Sunday. In total 48% said they were ashamed whilst 53% of members said they want the monarchy abolished and replaced by an elected head of state, despite 63% of Britons wanting the royal family to continue. Former Labour MP Ian Austin, chairman of cross-party anti-extremism group Mainstream, said, "Almost half of Labour members are ashamed of Britain's history and more than half want to do away with our monarchy. Contrast that with the values and views of the general public, a nation proud of its rich heritage and history and supportive of the monarchy, and you will see what a toxic legacy the new Labour leader will." He also said it would take years to purge Labour and restore its reputation as a mainstream party that shares the values and views of hardworking Britons. Nearly half of general voters blamed Mr Corbyn for Labour's defeat at the December election, but only 36% of his party members agreed. 53% of Labour voters said they believed issues with antisemitism in the party were exaggerated and 25% said there was no problem at all. This was compared to 29% and 10% respectively for the general public. Mr Austin said Mr Corbyn would had his successor a toxic legacy with a party gripped by extremism and poisoned by antisemitism. The Equality and Human Rights Commission (EHRC) has launched an investigation into allegations of antisemitism. The party has insisted on Twitter, "We completely reject any claim that Labour is anti-Semitic, we stand in solidarity with Jewish people, and we're taking decisive action to root out the social cancer of antisemitism from our movement and society." A YouGov poll in September found of 1,100 Labour Party members surveyed, 15% described themselves as proud of British history, with 43% saying they were ashamed and 62% saying Britain ought to be a republic. Mr Austin also commissioned that poll. Also involved in his Mainstream group are former Tory cabinet member Lord Pickles, former Liberal Democrat minister Sir Norman Lamb and Countdown's Rachel Riley. Labour have hit back at Mr Austin. "No one who associates with him is a mainstream." Mr Austin spent 14 years as a Labour MP. He served as a local councillor in Dudley in the early 1990s and was a press officer for the West Midlands Labour Party and Deputy Director of Communications for the Scottish Labour Party. Mr Austin was appointed Assistant Government Whip in the Gordon Brown government. He would resign from the party over anti-Semitism allegations. There are 3 candidates currently vying to replace Mr Corbyn. There are Shadow Business Secretary Rebecca Long-Bailey, Wigan MP Lisa Nandy and former Shadow Brexit Secretary Sir Keir Starmer. With the earlier resignation of Tom Watson, there is also a deputy leadership election. The candidates are Tooting MP Rosina Allen-Khan, Shadow Justice Secretary Richard Bergen, Shadow Equalities Secretary Don Butler, Edinburgh South MP Ian Murray and Shadow